Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to the Slam Mix Show. I'm your host, Slammin Sam, and with me tonight is none other than the king of freestyle, Stevie B. Yes, he is. This is straight up the truth. This guy is a living legend. Living legend when it comes down to his career. I mean, I know you want to talk about the new music and stuff like that, and we're going to focus on that.
I mean,
yeah.
It's going to be a long day.
It's just great to know that you came from these humble beginnings with the cassette Part of Your Body stuff, and just the impact that made on not only music listeners and generations of music listeners, but producers and songwriters. You just was an inspiration for a lot of people. And I'm already jumping the gun, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just waiting for everyone to get here. But yeah, I'm stoked. I'm stoked, and we have the chat room just going crazy.
And I think we were supposed to go live, Jerry, right?
You could go live. Yeah, we got Jerry.
For my thing, I think so bring that over, and we can go live with his live.
Yeah, you could. We're gonna do simultaneous live stuff here on the Slam Mix Show. This is totally awesome. Shouts out to everyone that's tuning in. Please share the link because we're gonna go ahead and get things going shortly. Oh yeah, see, people are bringing up all the right off the bat. While they're doing, while Stevie does his setup, what's your favorite classic Stevie B track? Because we're gonna go into the new music, but let's see if we have an overwhelming amount of favorites in terms of classic Stevie B tracks. We have D over here saying "Spring Love" right off the bat. Spring Love, always. That is that's the eternal track right there. Yeah, there you go. Another Spring Love. Everyone loves Spring Love. What's up, Jenny? Yeah, your main man here put together a great track. We're gonna get that into the mix a little later. It's all right. That's for sure. Obviously, Part of Your Body. They're throwing that in. Ooh, she's going off the Part of Your Body album, which is the Stop the Love.
That was actually one of the sleepers on that album that never really got worked. I think we released that late in the game. It took record company a long time to say. I kept saying it's smash.
Dude, when I first heard that, because I used to have the album, the physical album, and luckily I ripped everything. The reason why I don't have it is because it melted, which sucks. I want to get another album, but Stop the Love, when that was on there, I was, holy shit, just redid the... whose idea was that?
That's me and Toga working together.
Yeah. You guys just sat around and just say, hey, let's just do the Jackson track and just redo it. How?
I always like that hit, because you know I grew up on the Michael Jackson. Stop the love you say may be your own. Darling, take it slow, or someday you'll be all alone. You better stop the love. So I said, well, I'm going to chop that up, you know, and put it on a hook and a freestyle song.
Yeah.
Which I know had never been done before.
Nope.
We were so early in the game.
Yes.
And, you know, Toga's, you know, the genius when it comes down to making the beats and stuff go with the lyrics.
Yeah.
That's the result, baby. It came out beautiful.
Yeah, Tolga Katas, another great producer. How's his health? I saw he was going through some stuff.
Well, he had a triple bypass, right?
Oh,
he had
gosh.
a triple bypass, but he's good now.
God bless him.
He's a $75 million man now.
Yeah. Yeah, all like cybernetic lungs and everything.
He's good now. He's good now. He's back producing. The photo shoot that you see of the new pictures on me on the album, that's Toga.
Oh, he's a photographer too.
Yes.
Is he from here, Vegas?
No.
Okay.
Toga's grew up in Miami, but he's Turkish.
Okay.
Katash is Turkish.
Ah.
But I met him down in Lauderdale in Miami back in the days.
Yeah, because that's where you were born.
That's where I was born, and I met him. And they'll read the story when in the book and in the movie that we have being made right now.
Okay. Oh, movie.
The movie's being done. The script is almost done.
Wow.
The script is almost done.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So far it's called Love and Emotion. You know, Stevie B story, Love and Emotion. And it's probably 80% done. But the script, this is a full-blown script. This is not a storyboard about it. This is a script. You know, such and such enters the room. The light is dim.
Got it.
All
got
of those
it.
details.
Nice.
That's ready. So more so than we're working on music, this is a segue to some of the other things that we're going to be doing for the rest of the year.
Okay. Besides all the touring and stuff like that, you have the book, all
well,
across
the touring
board.
is, you know, a lot of time it's the result of something. You don't just do a tour. you want to build up to that, the campaigning, where you're going to sell, merchandising, what's going to be the theme this year. Is there anything we want to change up? Any new songs we want to do, which is,
the new album?
New album, and, they have to learn the Jenny Renee track. They have to learn the GC track. They have to learn the Dynasty track.
That's right.
We got 3 features. But in the sequence, Jenny is on deck.
Mm-hmm.
So we're preparing for that. But I told her she has to pay attention to what's going on with When the Heart is Calling.
Yeah, yeah.
So my idea was to break out at CHR Radio with Best of Love, Best of Life.
Yeah.
And then at the same time, we can drop It's All Right.
Yeah.
With Jenny Renee, with the duet.
Gotcha.
It ain't going to hurt. They're not going to mix up. A hip-hop and R&B station's not going to play It's All Right. But what's happening is, and this is normally what you always have to be careful of, because DJs do this to record labels. The record label says, we're going to work a single. The DJs get the album, and they pick another single. They're saying, that is the hit. But the labels say, I already spent money on
the music video and all that stuff.
We already invested $1 million into this single, and you guys are picking another single.
Yeah.
So a lot of times the DJs screw up what the intent is. So I'm not saying you're going to screw up my intent.
Yeah.
Because you got people waiting,
Right,
they don't want to wait 8 months, a year. But I think this gives us an opportunity. But you guys, the song we're talking about on the album right now, we're going to talk about the Jenny Renee and Stevie B, It's All Right. And I think that this is a preparation time. This is a good time now for us to go into the studio. I think that everybody's going to realize how big Jenny Renee's voice is.
Yeah.
And how beautiful she is, and her performances and things like that. So now they're going to get a chance to see her on stage with me like I did with Jaya. A lot of people don't know Jaya was on stage with me for 2 years.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, she's Donnie, my drummer. She was Donnie's boyfriend.
Oh, really?
That was the girlfriend.
Okay.
And before the single dropped, she already had an audience because she used to do the Anita Baker cover songs.
That's right. But
so
early on.
She has that big, rich voice. And
how did you discover her?
From Donnie.
Okay, that simple.
When I first met him, he says, I have a girlfriend, blah, blah, blah. Her name is Louise, and but she can sing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, when I saw her, she was this little shorty with the bob hair with like a little, she's a, black Filipino.
Yes, yeah.
So, Louise, Elizabeth Ram is her mom. Comedian. But she's had a little bob, short hair with the little geek glasses, dressed like a little tomboy. That was just her style.
Yeah. Before everything was revamped.
Yeah.
Before that 12-inch cover.
That's right. No, the 12-inch cover. That's Jaya. That's not Louise.
Yeah.
We transformed Jaya.
Ooh, okay.
We transformed Louise into Jaya.
Yeah, there you go.
So by the time that record dropped, Louise already had an audience. Jaya already had an audience. And when that thing hit the pop charts, If You Leave Me Now stayed on the pop charts for 2 years. So she wound up having a big, big hit. She wasn't grateful after the fact. If you notice some of my thing, she wasn't grateful after the fact. You see, and that's another story within itself.
Exactly.
But I'm saying that how I want to present Jenny is pretty much that way. This opportunity now, before that single drops, gives her an opportunity to go on the road with me.
Yeah.
And I start putting her on the platform, letting people hear her name, see her face, and listen to her voice.
Right.
So for those of you who haven't gotten the album yet, I think it's number 3 or number on the album.
Oh, really? Best of Love.
It's All Right.
Yeah.
No, Best of Love is number 1.
Yeah.
Number 2 is, I think, what's the name? Well, they listening to me. They'll tell me the lineup. And I think It's All Right, but they'll see it on there.
Well, here's all the tracks right here.
But you don't have the album lineup because you got it free from me. I sent you a file.
Hey, don't let them know you got. I paid for it.
Say.
No,
But
wow.
It's the It's All Right track, and those of you go ahead and purchase it right now. Google Play and iTunes. It's everywhere.
All digital stores.
All digital stores
Spotify. Even
everywhere.
Pick up his album, Best of Life, Stevie B, brand new tracks.
You'll see why we're giving so much time to this portion of the show to talk about Jenny.
Yeah.
Because it's an opportunity for her now to get on a different a bigger platform,
Mm-hmm,
and I think it's just a good strategy to start getting product ready.
Exactly.
A lot of artists out there right now are just doing singles because they can't afford to.
And that's why this whole album speaks to your character,
Mm-hmm.
because a lot of the culture now is being able just to put those singles out,
Mm-hmm.
do these downloads, and generate their platinum numbers that way. You still went old school. You still did the full album. I can't wait till you put out the physical copies.
I wasn't thinking like them. I actually was trying to create as a part of my legacy.
Mm-hmm.
When you have as many albums and songs that I have, I'm not competing with anyone.
Yeah.
I'm competing with myself.
Correct.
I have to go back through that catalog and say, what haven't I done?
Mm-hmm.
And then make sure that I'm not sounding like something, because sometimes your recollections may be something you've already done before, and you say, damn, did I just cover my own self?
Yeah.
But I think through this album, it's well thought out, and I had more records that I could have done,
Mm-hmm.
but I said, you know what, this is a great offering now that has enough variety.
Mm-hmm. It does.
And then some people are coming on saying something, oh, it doesn't sound freestyle. Good. Because that's what I didn't want it to sound like, a freestyle that There's a lot of people that's familiar with Spring Love, but I'm not trying to create that flavor again. I'm trying to create a whole new flavor. And now if you coming to me saying it don't sound like or smell like or taste like Spring Love, then I can't save you. Some people creatively, Sam, they're going to get left behind.
Yeah, yeah. And
some people are walking, the records are spinning,
Mm-hmm.
but the people's heads are spinning too. They're kind of trapped in this time warp.
Thank you.
Hip hop don't do that. They're looking for new stuff, and R&B, they're looking for new stuff all the time. They're hungry. It seemed like the freestyle people sometimes they don't. It's like, I can't wait for what's a new idea or concept, what did he go through, or what did he realize somebody else was going through, some makeup to break up, or some crisis, or something, or some feeling. Let's hear what he has to say next.
Yeah, yeah.
What is wrong with everybody that you think that, what do you think, we're dead? We're not dead. We have more experiences now than we've ever had. We're more mature.
Mm-hmm.
We're more spiritual. We know how to philosophize.
Mm-hmm.
We know how religious talk. We have sayings. We have creativity. We've developed.
Yep.
We've matured. So what makes people think that we don't have anything else to say?
That's just the way certain freestyle community people are conditioned. They want to hear the same melodies. They want to hear the same Planet Rock beat. They want to because they're kind of stuck within this bubble. And when you present something new, like all the content that you put on your album, it's like really challenging them to say, okay, can I open up my mind to this new brand of production, this new brand of lyric writing, because that's what's current. Like you said, you don't want to repeat Spring Love or Dreaming of Love, because that's done.
Well, imagine that all you have in your playlist is one song.
Thank you.
But you have an option of a million songs, a
Yeah.
million ideas.
Yeah.
And all you're doing is you're in this perpetual loop.
Exactly.
No, you can go back and get some of that,
Mm-hmm.
but you're always comparing from what the past is. At least you have a past. The newer kids don't have much of a past.
Yeah.
We have a different way that we approach as a DJ. I was a DJ first before I was a producer and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And my approach was, of course, I wasn't playing for an outside audience. You were playing for that little club or that little spot or that block party or whatever it is. And you're feeling the movement of the people. There's a rhythm that goes on as a DJ. You know what they want to hear, but you know if there's a hit that everybody's listening to, the flavor of the week, you know you got that in your back pocket. But you're challenging yourself to say, how do I get them on the dance floor without doing that?
Yep.
Then once you do that, and then you hit them with the hammer, bam! Then everybody lose their mind. But it's like a great song.
Yeah.
You build those songs up, you do that thing. The problem with most of the people now, they've established some kind of a lifestyle and a history and a memory back in the 80s that they can't seem to
break out of.
They can't break out of and won't let themselves grow. Now, if you're saying to me that it's sort of like they're in a nightmare, but if I'm a part of your nightmare and I'm a song that's tied to your nightmare, a way of thinking, then you're trapping me. So now when you look at me, you say, no, I can't see him in that role. I can't see him doing that. I can't see him because I got
Sad,
it right
ain't it?
here
Yeah.
like this.
My spring love. That's
right.
it.
You
That's
can't never
it.
do nothing. No way.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You see?
Yeah. It's
They have to
unfortunate.
think- It's unfortunate.
See, and the thing is, that's what I bring on the mix show in general. I just don't just play freestyle. I
Right.
play everything that comes to heart that I feel works.
freestyle people, and I don't know what that means when you say freestyle people. Are you talking about just Latinos? Are you just talking about Puerto Ricans? Are you talking about Dominicans? Are you talking about Filipinos? Everybody has a freestyle experience different than the other.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Culturally, freestyle is not one thing. What it means to certain individuals, you see, that you have to go and dissect that sometimes.
Yes.
But what's the problem today? Something happened, and this was a part of my rants.
Yes, I remember. Those rants, ladies and gentlemen, were very poignant, but they were direct and truthful, and it came from the king of freestyle.
But I'm the culprit in a way also by abandoning, but I don't think I abandoned it intentionally. I abandoned it because I didn't see, just like any savvy businessman is going to see, that it's a dying thing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm going to find a way, if I'm a part of that thing, to be able to elevate myself to go find another revenue stream other than trying to be in the record business in this genre. Because for the last almost 30 years, there hasn't been no record business. We started to survive how? DJing and performing.
There you go.
And performing. That has been our life's blood. Now there's we were out of touch with our fans directly like this. We had to wait till we go to a city or a promoter or a DJ or a radio station brings you to town. But other than that, you wasn't going to be in contact with those people. Well, what the internet has done for us now is we're able to go from just a simple concept straight to the consumer.
Right.
That has never been available in history.
Correct.
So we're actually talking to each other.
Just like what we're doing right now.
And we have a worldwide broadcast. In 2020, we get to experience this.
It's amazing, isn't it?
So what has to happen for us now is we almost have to let the people know from the genre that we're tied into, right? Let them know how important it is. That if you're going to force me to be with you, then you have to support us. You have an obligation. You see what I'm saying? You're going to make us beholden to you, then you have to be beholden to us. But what has happened now is everybody has their own version of what freestyle is. So when they hear something new coming as radical as I'm doing it, to them, they don't identify as it being freestyle because they have their own vision of it.
Right there, narrow.
There are many.
Yeah.
Now, but are there some fans? See, the majority loves new stuff.
Yeah.
There's a small fraction of the people that are just stuck in the time warp. And this is what happens, too, because people don't let you. They say, well, that don't sound like freestyle to me. Well, what do you mean by that? You mean it don't sound like a song maybe that you're familiar with? What should it sound like? Should Earth, Wind, and Fire sound like Cameo? Cameo sound like this one? Or they have to have a unique identity and a unique song direction, or they're going to be called haters and cheaters and robbers of another man's style. So we're always trying to stay unique. We're always trying to stay, but you're innovating a genre. You're innovating.
That's the word, innovating.
Something happened to where there was so much time between new stuff, good stuff, and that there was a lapse. And that's what happened. That's why the guy Tanasi went in and he took control of the narrative.
Gotcha. And that's the producer from Germany. Correct? Yeah, just to let our viewers know.
I initially went on the rant about what he was producing.
Right.
But he wasn't the only one screwing it up. And like I say, I'm a part of the problem because I sort of left it and not gave it my all like I'm doing now. because I thought it was probably in good hands, or maybe didn't ever have another shot.
Well said. Well said. That's something that before he passed away, Prince said about like Bruno Mars, saying, okay, it's in good hands and stuff like that. So I think your approach, I don't necessarily look at it as you having any connection or fault in it. It was just how everything evolved, and it just needed your help. That's how empty sometimes the community is, because they have so very few real artists that are making strides. You have a few in the East Coast that are trying to make noise, Willie Valentine and some of those other cats that are still striving to put out music. But a lot of it still sticks one foot into the old school sound, and the other foot somewhat in the evolutionary stuff that you're doing, but not quite. You went all the way and went and said, F everyone, I'm going to go ahead and do it this sound, and if you guys like it, great. If you don't, well, that's just tough luck.
Well, they have, see, this is the problem. From somebody that is considered a shoe-in to freestyle. Freestyle is whatever I say it is.
Technically.
Everly. I am that. Whatever blurts out of my mouth, even the words I'm saying right now, is freestyle words. It's coming from the guy you say is the freestyle king. So if I said it, it must be real.
You heard it.
So what is freestyle? If such and such put out an album tomorrow, that's freestyle based on them.
Their interpretation.
That's what you've always got. Party Your Body was my interpretation of a great song that you're going to take to the club and shake your ass. Who came up with that? Me. I said it was freestyle. I played it for you, and you said it was what?
Freestyle.
I said it again. Best of Life is freestyle.
That's right.
Go listen to it. Stevie says it's freestyle.
Yeah.
It is. You remember No More Tears?
Yes.
And there will be no more. Guess what? That's freestyle. That's a freestyle ballad from me.
That's right.
Stop the Love. In My Eyes, Want to Be the One.
Mr. Postman.
That's right. And look, this is my prayer from the ballads. I'm not crazy. Who is crazy? I'm not crazy. I only care about the world. I just signed the prayer album for your wife.
There you go.
You see, so what is freestyle? Do you want to identify it? Then you need to do your own album. Then you'll say, this is freestyle from me. This is what I think freestyle is.
Exactly.
But we never asked you for your album. You asked me for mine. Go look what I did for you, coming from my spirit. I'm interpreting freestyle for you now. And I said that the freestyle that you were getting 9 months ago, 10 months ago from those people was substandard. I said it. I'll say it again. It was pieces of shit. Now, what do I got to go? Stevie, if it's not pieces of shit, then what do you got to go up against it? You want to know what I got to go up against it? Go to iTunes right now, Google Play, Spotify, and you'll see what I got to put up against it.
All digital platforms, ladies and gentlemen.
I will put that album up against anything in the marketplace within our genre and out.
Across the board.
Across the board. You can put that up against Khalid. You can put that up against Chris Brown's song with Drake. I will be in the running. Best of Life is right there. I can go back to the old school. I can do All I Need Is You. I can do Take It All Back. I can do what? Everybody getting on right now is When the Heart is Calling.
That's true. That's true. Mikey's favorite.
Look, how many albums you can go to right now and pick 6 hits? We just talked about 5 or 6 songs right there.
And that was off the brand new album, ladies and gentlemen.
Now, you know me. Tell me what Stevie B album you ever got, and I put filler songs in. I never put filler songs in nowhere. And then all of a sudden now you got Stevie bringing in new acts. How did you touch Spring Love? What did you think about when you're touching Spring Love like that? People want to know.
Yeah.
So I'll let you run the interview, but I'll take over the microphone. I want to do that.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, once again, live in Slammin Studios here on the Slam Mix Show, King of Freestyle, Stevie B. We're going to go into the mix for about a few minutes,
Okay.
so we get everyone warmed up with some music. But I'm going to be mixing some brand new Stevie B for you guys to enjoy. Pick up that album on all digital platforms. It's Best of Life, and yeah, and physical copies, you're going to have that soon.
Yeah, Jerry, I think you just got the artwork approved today.
Wow. So
And I think they said, I think by the end of the week. I mean,
Okay.
Where are we in? Thursday's tomorrow, right?
yeah.
Yeah, he might have them Friday or Monday.
Oh, great,
Friday
great.
or Monday, so we'll put those on sale, and I know a lot of people. And then get prepared for the Uncle Jerry box set.
Okay.
He went into the warehouse and he started stealing stuff. He told me not to curse. You do. He
all
started
good.
stealing stuff, and he sold like $500 worth of stuff to Manny out of Philadelphia. And Manny's a big fan of mine. He's just, but he put a big order in. Manny just spent $500 with us. He got 4 T-shirts. How many CDs? He lost his mind.
Wow. Major.
Yeah. We got a lot of big fans out there, and I might tell them they love me. And
You
these are
have
the kind of
fans
fans
throughout the planet.
But these are the fans that die. If I just make a beat, I got fans all over. They say if you just come up with like a scratch track you're not going to use, we'll buy that. But they want to know anything new that you do.
Yeah.
Because they've already played what you sent them. They played it over 1,000 times. And then I don't care what you play over 1,000 times. It's just going to get old after a while. You just, you say, I just want another flavor. I want some punch. I want a little pepper in there. You want to always, we're high sensation seekers these days. We
Hyper informative.
Yes, because we want new songs. We as DJs and I want to hear new stuff.
Yeah.
I remember waiting for Earth, Wind and Fire's album back in the day, and we couldn't because it was a year or so. Then you didn't have no internet. You had to go to the record store every day. Do you have anything new yet? They'll have a list of what's coming for the week or for the month.
I miss those days.
Remember that days?
Yeah.
Used to hang around the record store, and they say they coming in that day.
Yeah.
You ain't going nowhere.
We were just in a record store yesterday trying to look for your stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
And another announcement too is that we're going to go heavy vinyl for 2020. Heavy vinyl for we're going to do a re-release of all of my old singles. We're going to have a lot of mixes. The albums are going. People want albums on freaking vinyl again.
Yes.
Y'all done went vinyl crazy, huh?
Oh my gosh, that's it because it's real and you could just slap it on and pick the tracks.
This is why CDs still sell. People like your digital thing, but people still want something to hold on to.
Tangible.
They want a tangible item.
Correct.
And so I know that everybody's getting ready for the physical CD. They might not even buy it online. Watch what happens when that CD goes on and the vinyl goes on. And I'm working on getting I want my own machine. They have these other portable machines now you can buy.
Vinyl maker.
The vinyl maker.
So you're gonna have a Stevie B pressing plant.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
Get
your vinyls pressed at
No,
Stevie
if I knew
B's.
if there was a plant here in Vegas, I would buy it.
Yeah.
I would buy the whole plant because it's a worthwhile
investment.
I
agree.
Product that's going to be for the future.
You
People
know,
still
we need to
love it.
talk about that. Maybe I'll go in with you.
It's a good idea.
Yeah, let's do it.
It's a good idea. I'm telling you.
The Slam
Local band.
Stevie B
Yeah.
vinyl plant,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen.
It's called Slammin. It's called Slammin.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and go into the mix for a little bit. I have Stevie B in the house. I'm going to go ahead and mix in some few tracks, some old and new, and you guys enjoy. Please share the link. Let everyone know on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, everything, TikTok, that we're going on with Stevie B, King of Freestyle, here at Slammin Studios.
Biggest slice, big shout outs to my team from Royalty over there.
That's right.
We got the Slice and everybody else.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, Slice is in the room.
He's over there too.
He's posting it. Thank you,
You gotta
Slice.
make sure you go share this. This is going to be another 50. We're going to be in here an hour or so, right?
Hey, it's going to be a while.
Okay,
This is
I
an extra exclusive
I know.
edition
I know.
of the Slammin
I ain't
Mixshow.
got nowhere to run. I just smoked a nice one and I'm good.
Ah, yeah, ladies and gentlemen. All right, guys, we're going to go into mix the Slam Mix Show, Nevada. Stevie B, Slammin Sam in studio. We just got done playing some MJ, but before that, we played his track Fresh, brand new off the Best of Life album. And straight up, let's get into it because Don't Stop the Rock. Excuse me, Don't Stop the Rock. That was a track I was going to mix into. Don't Stop Till You Get Enough by Michael Jackson, inspired Fresh.
Yes. The melody was so, and when I was hearing the track, and when Marcia first played it for me, that's the first thing I heard within that groove line. You're so hot, Don't stop till you get it, girl. And so, because you had to hear the demo when I was just doing the mumble track.
Yeah,
You're just
of course.
throwing stuff around, you know.
Thank you, yeah.
That's what worked.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, well, shit, I got to transform this idea to another phrase.
Yes,
And
yes.
that's where you get
Fresh.
And you don't stop. Don't stop till you feel it, girl, so fresh. And you're so hot. Don't stop it, girl, till you feel it, baby. You're so hot.
There you
That's how
go.
that comes up.
See, that's how, I mean, when I put together tracks as well and remixes, I always try to draw from inspiration because those are the hits. You don't necessarily have to like copy it, but take bits and pieces that you could apply it and say, hey, this is my own. And to be honest with you, if you didn't bring it up that was MJ, I would never have known.
I know.
That's how well you kept it like within your own scale and melody.
There are no new notes on the scales.
Yeah.
You know, it's all the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to recycle. You have to recycle the world.
Yes.
Everything
yes.
that's in the world, been in the world forever. It's always been here.
Yeah.
Now we just know how to use it a different way.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you, in music, people who have a magical ear and a magical eye, DJs can hear shit that just regular people can't hear. They can hear beats, rhythm, backbeats. They can hear melodies working. They can hear styles that they would never be able to do on the one or on the four.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know how to mix like. They can't think that way. So when we're doing music, I'm doing music based on what I know. You understand? It's what I know.
Mm-hmm.
And my experiences in music and what my flavor is going to be. So I'm thinking all the time, you know, what already worked. We're always thinking, that already worked. So now you don't know how a beat or a melody or a thing is going to hit you. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So once, you know, a groove start going at you, you know, it might be something comes out of you that sound like somebody else first. But you like, hey, it sounds like that, but how can I twist it? You see? Because certain melodies only it works in a groove. Certain flow works with a groove, and certain phrasing don't work.
Mm-hmm.
Long phrasing don't work. Short phrasing works on certain things. Then you got to come up with the idea of what's going to be that word that's going to fit in that phrase. That's going to be some cool shit. Because all the time, some things can be like too intelligent sounding. How can it still sound street? How could it sound hip?
Yeah.
But at the same time clever?
Yeah.
And have a melodic glue, because it's the melody they remember.
See, and what you just said in those short sentences, songwriters out there, heed those words because that's exactly the recipe to making hits. Because if you get too intelligent, people kind of tune out. You get too redundant or too clever, they'll be like, I already heard that before.
But this is what happened with jazz. Jazz music is made for other jazz musicians. It was never intended for the common person. They were showing out who can do the 16ths and the 30-second triplets and the.
That's right.
They were showing off their skills. Don't you know? So, you know, and then they're in keys and in notes that don't work for the common public. The public loves major chords because they're happy.
Mm-hmm.
The minor chords are the sad or some crisis. Dun, 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 dun. Those things affect your spirit differently. People don't know that. Minor chords make you cry. But you can cry happy tears with the major chords. Now what happens when you mix? Then you get a combination of things. So the fans really should let us cook. We really do know how to do this. And I approach music that way. What's going to touch you here? What's going to make you dance? What's going to make you think? But people that know music and know how it affects the heartstring, those are the winners. And believe me, the best steal from the best. And that's a phrase from some of the top writers and producers in this business.
Mm-hmm.
You better go and be like, what is such and such doing right there? How the hell did they make me cry? What key was that in?
Mm-hmm.
You see?
Yeah.
What was the chord that just really ripped your heart out? You go and study that, and you go and do those things. I did Through the Years, and I try to do Through the Years as simple as possible.
Yeah.
Kenny Rogers did a great job. He didn't try to overdo it or anything like that. But I loved that song for a long time, and I thought I would dedicate it to all the fans that have stuck with me for all this long time too.
Yes.
And of course, it's it's for my wife and my kids and people that I have been around a long time. It can fit a lot of scenarios.
Yes, you can.
You see?
Yeah. And that's one of the tracks you could pick up on the Best of Life album, available on all digital platforms. Get it today, Stevie B in studio. Yeah, it's getting back into the album, like we were alluding to earlier, in terms of having the community open up to the new style that you're putting out there. Me personally, Stevie, just do your thing. Because if they're going to like it, they're going to like it. I don't think about the freestyle community being the one that you have to like really worry about, because they're going to support you regardless. Yes. You're going to have those haters, minor things here, but that comes with the territory. Yes. You know that.
If you ain't got no haters, you ain't really making it.
Now, there you go. There you go. And I've had my share. And yeah, and getting back to what you were talking about in terms of like how certain artists lose appreciation for you because you brought them up and you were able to get them started, and then fast forward a few years, they forget about you. Well, I've been in that same boat too. So I certainly understand some of the resentment you may have when it comes to certain artists that forget where they came from. They forget the Stevie B's, the Slammin Sams, which gave them their first break.
But just remember this, the people that talk shit about the king, I let them into the kingdom. And most of the people that, and I mean most of them that talk shit about me, it's people that I treated very, very well at one point in their life. And those are the ones that come back and talk a lot of the crap. But let them talk. Because I don't need to retaliate. I don't need to blacklist. I don't need to do any of those things. Yeah. Do you know what really, really kills your hater? Just success.
Yep. You just keep on going.
Success is just melts them. Because I don't spend my time. I can get down in the gritty with you now.
Oh yeah, you could get gangsta NWA.
And I'm about to get gangsta on a few. Believe me, when the time is right, I'm about to get I'm gonna get gangsta on you. Because but sometimes you just have to let people put their own foot up their own butt and let them walk around in it for a little while.
There you go.
I don't need to respond to every Tom, Dick, and whoever else wants to come at me. But I think that I already threw down.
Yes. And you have.
And I don't want to talk all that talk. I talked back in April when I was doing the rants. I didn't have nothing to back up my bolstering.
Right.
I'm bolstering. I'm talking crap. Now,
But the thing is that I don't even look at it as bolstering anymore, because you put out this product. You put out this new album. And that speaks volumes as far as your credibility and backing up your word.
Well, this is what I was getting at. Once you say the kinds of things that I said, you have to have the wherewithal to back it up. But I already knew in my spirit, because I know who I am. I know what I can do. I ain't faking. I ain't doing all that. I know. But a lot of people talking crap. It's people saying things. But some of those people can't even do a beat, let alone talk about making a song. They can't even open the computer. They don't know anything.
Exactly.
But they want to come up in the kingdom and talking about they can run it. They can run the whole program. They can't run it.
No, of course not.
And I'm gonna say this. I have decent people around me. They're good people.
Yeah, you have a great production team, promotion team. Got Jerry here.
And we're talking now, but Map Style is my other half when it comes down to this. Map realmente meu outro lado do que a gente faz no estúdio é Map. He's from Rio, Brazil. Everybody know Map Style. He's been with me a long time now. And finally now what we're doing is catching on. It's time. People have put in a great deal of effort, and this is what we're getting at also, because the next part of this, once we start talking about the production of this and me coming in and just trying to wear a cape and save this thing. Somebody just say, Stevie, oh, wow, that's out of the box. No, it's a brand new box. It's a brand new box. None of those songs sound like anything that ever hit this planet. This is some serious shit here. So, and especially in my eyes. But what has to happen for us, and we'll talk about the financial parts, why it's really important that our genre bring us up. It's important because I'd have to leave them behind. I have to go to a brand new fan base that's going to allow me. Look, do it look like I'm dead to you? I might be here for another, might be for another 35 years,
There
40
you go.
years.
There you go.
I might hit my hundreds and still be out there dancing, just like we might be doing this 40 years from now.
That's right. That's right.
It'll be a little bit more. It might be a little bit harder to get up them stairs, but we're gonna get up those stairs. But I just really wanted to pinpoint some of those things of the difficulty
Yeah.
that goes into this. And when I am berating on production and style and songs, I'm making a point. It's not to, when I'm spanking my child, I'm not trying to kill him. But there's a discipline that has to go here.
Trying to teach a lesson.
We had to come back to reality of what freestyle is on the level that it left off, and where it should be today, and where it's going to go. You have to be forward thinking. You have to be forward thinking. You say, well, what am I going to do here? EDM is to the side now. All these things to the side. So the genre is really wide open. I haven't heard anything new. Everybody's doing now the reggaeton that that's Africa's,
Yeah.
We see the kids dancing like that.
Yeah.
That shit is hot right there.
Yeah.
And now that we found love, is
that's
you can dance that style.
See, and that's the great thing.
To that beat, and we'll talk about those songs.
Yeah.
But the reason, and song choice is important for all of you up and coming artists. You have to be forward thinking when you're making a song or a production, because whatever you think is going to be good now, by the time you finish the production, get your deal, do this, do that, you might be a year ahead. And what you thought was going to be good a year ago, you have to be able to throw forward. That's what you're trying to do. What you're trying to say is, man, this is going to come out in 2021, January. So what you do is we're finishing, and you throw it and hope it lands right time, right place, and that particular style is still relevant. You better hope.
Yeah.
But
see, that's the thing. You already have it mapped out. And ladies and gentlemen, once again, thank you for tuning in to the Slam Mix Show. Slammin Sam, Stevie B, King of Freestyle in the house. And yeah, just what you're breaking down is the whole recipe. And for you songwriters, producers, or artists out there that are listening, take heed, because he just hit it on a very great point. Because if you're doing all the production now, you knock out a whole album, and you're thinking, I'm going to release it 2021, you better hope that that sound is relevant and that's still hitting and that's still something marketable, or else it's just going to be a whole bunch of trash.
Well, what we have the advantage today was, and I was going to make a point, was also we have the ability to finish like we're doing on a day-to-day basis. That's why everybody's dropping singles.
Yeah.
Because you can go in the studio today, do a little mix tonight with your boy. You don't even get it mastered, blah, blah, blah. Next thing you know, you're up on YouTube, blah, blah, blah. Now, you can't get into the stores and stuff like that
overnight. It takes a while.
It takes a minute.
Yeah.
Unless you already have a platform that's already built. You can be up probably in 7 days.
Yeah.
8 days. You got to get verified.
Yep.
So, but the point is, they can go up on their sites. They can go up on their proper platforms, Facebook, Instagram, all of these things. So the point is that you can do this you can do it fast food style, okay, and you get a really big benefit. But the idea is, how good is your quality going to be?
Exactly.
This is what got left off. Everybody started to think that they can just do anything. And because so many people are present now, they'll throw the little bottled water out there and it's going to hit 75 people. So they're going to say, out of a 10 million, I'll take that 75. They'll listen to anything. And they've been listening to anything. Some people coming, that's good. No, some of that is horrible, like I said before. But some people are, they ear deaf. They're just deaf.
Yeah. Well,
they can't hear it, so they're gonna get that little audience that likes that.
Yeah.
So that's what they're counting on. Not like before. If you didn't get to radio, or a DJ will be like, dude, you ain't expecting me to play this, are you? I'm going to play that next to Cameo. I'm going to play that next to this. I'm going to play that next to this.
Yeah, play Justin Bieber?
No,
yeah, exactly.
It's not going to do it. You have to meet a standard.
Yeah, see, and that's the thing, that when you listen to this brand new album, Best of Life by Stevie B, it is by far his best work.
Wow,
And
that's a big deal.
And I'm telling you, like, let's get down to it. If you don't really take in melodies and the right music, you're not going to get this album. But a lot of our viewers, a lot of my viewers
because
here,
you
they
play
love it.
different stuff. See, you're not just stuck in that. You got. It's sort of like you're a musical world traveler. You've already did there. You say, oh, he went to Thailand. He went to Brazil. Why? Because you've been there. You say, you saw how it operated? He went over there and pulled a little bit of that.
Thank you.
I can taste it. I can smell it all in there, and you appreciate it.
Yeah, yeah. And that's just being open to the genres of music, not just sticking into one pocket and kind of like being stuck in there. But to switch gears, because a lot of people are asking a few questions about what's going on. There was someone that asked about the cruise, the Freestyle Cruise. Is that something you want to touch on at this time, or is it still kind of pending?
the cruise is on. I mean, on the site, wherever you saw that, I think we might be able to post it in there if Slice can bring up the poster and post it up in the
Please do,
in
Slice.
the chat.
Yeah,
They're asking about it, but it's real, and they better get their tickets because that thing is going to sell out.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
surprised it's still got any tickets left.
who are the other artists that are on the bill?
I think Johnny O is on there. I don't have that right in front of me. Trenier's on, Johnny's on, a couple other people, but
Gotcha.
it's like 5 or 6 groups.
Nice.
It's gonna be a nice 4 days.
Oh, wow. There you go.
Yeah.
Freestyle Cruise, ladies and gentlemen, on the seas with Stevie B.
Yes.
That's incredible.
And that's probably the first of many to come. We're going to do it yearly.
Yeah?
Yes, we're going to do it yearly. So that's one of the things I'm working on. And like we talked about, the movie is coming there. I've been saying that forever.
Yeah,
but it really is. We have to rewrite the script.
The whole movie thing.
Well, because more things was found out about my life.
Yeah.
And there were things that were missing, but I discovered, who my dad was, all kinds of things. So sometimes the book can either be written or modified a little bit.
Yeah.
So the story wouldn't have been told correctly if I didn't, get that information over the years and to satisfy my spirit.
There you go.
So now it's ready.
Yeah.
I think we can we can throw that down too.
Oh, wow. And we're all looking forward to it. This is going to be something incredible, ladies and gentlemen. And if you have any questions for Stevie B, go ahead and type it in the comments. I'll relay it to him. So to switch gears, do you have any like crazy backstage stories about like people that you performed with and stuff that you don't have to name names, just
Of course I do, but I never tell you here.
not even a little.
What artists worth their weight in gold didn't have some good green room or some bad great experience? But I won't be discussing them on this.
Okay.
But let's just say we have fun, man.
Oh, I bet.
Look, any kind of fun you could imagine that could happen backstage, it happens. Just like that. Now, use
well
your own
said.
imagination. You sometimes just got to leave people's imagination to themselves.
Okay.
Use your imagination. Everything that you thought could happen, even fighting with what's them boys? What's the boys from Boston? Not Newitt. What's the boys' name? The Boston boys, the brothers.
Oh, New Kids on the Block.
New Kids. Jerry D was in the fight with them right here in Vegas.
Oh,
a lot of stuff happened backstage.
Okay.
We was first coming up. We were kicking some people's in the ass.
Oh, I'm sure Jerry could handle some
Yeah,
Wahlberg.
Yeah, some big boy.
Some Wahlburger.
Yeah, not that day. Was it Biscuit? Whatever. Who that was? Big boy. Big boy. Let's just say Jerry should have been called Tiny that day.
Oh.
No, he was a big boy.
Wow.
Big boy. So there's a lot of fun that happened backstage.
That's beautiful.
So all the good stuff you thought happened, it happened.
Yeah, there you
Yes.
go. I mean, I've seen my share and
Yeah.
after parties and stuff like that.
Yes.
It just goes to show you that you've come a long ways and still being able to survive all that and still put quality performances and quality music out. So that's the king of freestyle, ladies and gentlemen. A living legend here in studio.
This is why we got to separate. We got to separate ourselves.
Yeah.
You got to separate yourself because people come on and they challenge you. Sometimes the young lion wants to challenge the older one.
Yeah.
Because he thinks he can just run over and take that territory.
Yeah.
Until the big daddy lion pick up that refrigerator right in front of him saying, "Look, you sure you want to fool with me, mister?" So before everybody start talking that stuff, you better get the album and listen to it first. And then talk to me in about 3 days after you listen to it, because you're not going to get everything that I did on this album unless you can appreciate production, look at the penmanship, look at the song quality, who I chose to go on there with me, what could they mean to our genre and other genres, because everybody that's on there as a feature is a star within themselves.
Bingo. Bingo.
I don't put you on I don't put you as a feature on my album unless I think you're a superstar.
There you go.
You understand?
Oh, that's
I
real.
I don't just give that platform away for free.
Just like Jenny.
Just like Jenny.
Yeah. And who are the other features that you have on there? Dynasty.
Dynasty's coming out of New York. Puerto Rican kid. And then GC comes from Jamaica.
Gotcha.
And he's a superstar. He works with some of the biggest Jamaican artists, and he's touring worldwide with one of the biggest DJs in the world also. But his skill set is on another level. And I'm gonna matter of fact, I have songs that he and I was supposed to do and get on this album. They didn't even make the album.
Right. Oh. Might have a part 2 of Best of Life.
Well, you don't know what I'm fixing to do.
Yeah.
Yes, it's stuff in the makings. But right now we want to focus on this because I don't want nobody thinking about nothing else but showing your support. I got to tell you what my goal is with this album. I'll be realistic. We talk about that where we say we want our sales to be what we think it could be.
Now, I know we kind of danced around like the primary single and so forth. Music video. I want to be in it. I want to be in it.
Want to be in it?
Yeah, I want to be in it.
Okay.
Just let me know.
See, Sam said he wants to be in it. Okay. What do you want to be in it?
I'll play any role.
Gotcha.
I'll be the DJ.
You're the first.
I'll be the DJ in the background.
Then, well, I don't know
Wait,
about
no, wait.
that.
I know.
DJ
Slice.
Slice. That ain't me, dog. That wasn't me. That wasn't me, dog. Watch Slice. But that wasn't me, dog. That was his suggestion, Slice. Slice was like, that's some bullshit.
Slice is on there.
No, he's not good. But these are the kinds of things that we and what we're talking about is we have to. This is a proving point for our quote unquote our community.
Right.
And I have a goal and I want to reach that. I say it's worthwhile for me to spend the effort and time to give attention to. Because there's fans all over the world, millions and millions and millions that are not in this circle.
Correct.
And I'm talking about billions. You hear what I said? Billions of fans that would appreciate your guy maybe more than you do. Now, if you want to hold on to me, the image of me for 30 years ago, you have the right to do that. But if you want to stick with me and stay with me and grow with me and get old together, then guess what? Take a hold to what I offer you as from my spirit. That's my creative spirit. You have to roll with me. Don't keep me back. Let's roll in front together.
Wow. See, ladies and gentlemen, that's real. That's when I hear you say that, it's just trying to bring the whole community together, embrace, and grow. That speaks volumes of your character, Stevie. Thank you. Let's go back into the mix, and I think I'm going to go ahead and play that track that we're talking about with.
Oh, right. This is Smoker.
Yeah, this is the Jenny Renee track. It's All Right. I premiered this a few weeks ago when I first got the masters from Stevie B. I'm going to play it now. And is this kind of like in the running to being the main video, main song?
If anybody wants to know, if they want to know, and I'll give them I'm going to drop this for the producers out there and see where we're headed.
Got it.
There are efforts being made by some top people that used to be producing some of the best freestyle out there. And if you know who they were, they were involved. Cover Girls, the TKA.
Right.
They know the players who played in that arena. There are people that are going back to do some wonderful things. Believe me, we woke up a sleeping giant in April, and I've talked to a lot of people that a lot of people don't know I've talked to. But I was talking to them and trying to convince them that this is worthwhile coming back to, because they were like a lot of people, they gave up. It just wasn't a viable financial incentive for them to be over here. But now they're woke again.
Beautiful.
So that traditional freestyle that they're kind of used to, I'm not saying that I would not ever do that again, but unless somebody can come and innovate it, I won't be involved. But I already know what's already in the making, so they're going to be happy about what's happening.
Bingo.
But moving forward, and I say forward, and I mean up, forward, and out. You have to expand your fan base. You have to expand your brand. And, sometimes you have to leave your home base. Your base. Sometimes you have to leave your community behind to do that. And people know me. I'm all over the world, and I'm throwing down like everybody else. I'm shooting the dice.
That's right.
But at the same time, I have the confidence that, look, it's like you when you get on the turntables. You know what you're doing. Nobody ain't got to come train you. I know what I'm doing. Now, there's some people out here that think I don't know what I'm doing. And that's
Shame
why,
on you guys if you think.
But there's some that, first and foremost, they don't know my character. Sometimes there's people out there that's talking shit about you that they can't they can't even serve you coffee. Don't know me, don't know anything about me, but they're out boastering like they ready to take on the King Lion. You ain't ready. You ain't ready for me. Matter of fact, the scenarios for most of those artists aren't even in the, you're not even in the same space and time to do what I've done in a time and space when there was no internet. There was cassettes and CDs, and you had to run to the pressing plant. They don't know about all those things. So I'll say that.
Pause button, record.
Yeah.
We got DJ Newmarv saying that he met you over at Great America Milpitas, and you're the coolest guy ever.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
You know, it's one of my, that part of town is one of my favorite.
Oh, yeah.
Bay Area.
Back in the day.
Yes.
Back in the day.
Yes.
So, guys, we're going to go back into the mix. We're going to kick it off with another Stevie B track. It's All Right. This is featuring Jenny Renee.
And she's the writer of this song.
Okay.
Her and Jay Allums did it, but Jenny, but see, unlike a lot of those artists out there, she is a fucking writer.
Real deal.
Look, they presented the song to me.
Yeah.
This is not a Stevie B production.
Right.
I'm riding their coattails right
There
now.
you go.
They have a beautiful song that I was invited to, but she's the writer. She'll watch what she does. She is the real deal.
Exactly, because she goes on first, then you come in on the second verse and you kind of like roll with her.
Well,
it's beautiful.
It's just a beautiful love affair right there. She's saying what a lot of people want to say.
Yeah.
I'm saying what the guys want to say.
And you know what's funny is that usually because it's you would be the first one going on the first verse, but you flipped it this time and gave her the shine to roll into the song.
Well,
which is unique.
it's her featuring me. It's in every sense of the word.
Got it.
So, and it's great that the female, she's setting the pace here.
Yeah.
And she's saying to me in the song, it's all right. You're making me feel crazy, but it's all right that we love this way. This is what's fucking wrong with the world today.
Yeah.
Even in some marriages, they don't talk like that.
Yeah.
That's some real shit. Manny is lucky. Manny's her fiance, whatever. I know she might not even say that, but he's lucky that he has somebody that has that spirit.
Yeah.
That can even formulate that phrasing to say it that way. And her word game is just top.
Let's check out that word game.
She got the word game. I'm telling you, it's simple, and and Jay came in with the production, and that was an excellent match.
Exactly.
And then I'm invited now. We going back and forth, and we saying that stuff to each other. That's what a cool ass couple says to each other. This is a song.
Let's check it out, ladies and gentlemen. It's All Right. Janine Renee featuring
Stevie B.
There you go. Right here on the Slam Mix Show. Woo-wee, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Slam Mix Show. I'm your host, Slammin Sam. Stevie B, the king of freestyle, in the house. And we just played I Want to Be the One, a classic freestyle mega hit. And as we were playing it, Stevie B is like telling me all this stuff about the whole video. Let's drop some nuggets from that video.
That actually Want to Be the One was written in a hotel in New York City. And I decided to, we programmed it one evening. And this guy on the street that used to sell the incense, the Muslim guys, sell all the incense. So they were under a mosque called the guy Dr. York. So they had all the incense business. He made big money. And the guy said, oh, yeah. And we talking. And he said, oh, we got a studio. Yeah, Dr. York has a studio, this and that and this. It's over in either Brooklyn or somewhere. I say, well, all right, give me the card. He gave me the card. And I went in and I did it enough to where I was going to, I wrote it. And then Dagel and I and Donnie went over to that studio. Get over to this place. It is fucking awesome. They got a Harrison board.
Wow.
I don't even know if you know about Harrison, but Harrison was one of the, Why?
Because we're playing copyrighted stuff.
Oh,
Yeah, and that's why we're on Twitch.
That copyright is mine.
That's
I
right.
own that song.
Well, you better tell Facebook to release
We've
that.
been telling them for restart it up, Jerry.
See, ladies and gentlemen, that's why we go on Twitch, because we eliminate all these problems. We could go ahead and play whatever the fuck we want, say whatever we want, and once again, thank you so much for tuning in. We're just getting started here.
We can't stop you. On a different platform.
Exactly.
But we have our own platform. The people that were
and Jerry's doing a very good job.
Our principal streamer is Facebook.
That's
but we're
right.
going to eliminate that soon too.
Yeah.
Well, you've already eliminated it.
Yeah, that's why we're doing just fine.
We need to do the same thing. And we're going to talk.
Exactly.
So where was I? So actually,
the studio with the Harrison board.
The studio had a Harrison board. At that time, the Harrison board was $1 million.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I remember back in the day. Remember the Synclavier?
Synclavier was $1 million.
Yeah.
So we went to the studio, and the place is beautiful. I'm like, whoa, this is the bomb. So I cut the track that night.
Mm-hmm.
And I got all the parts down, and it was time to go. I said, well, just go ahead and pull up, and let's call up a mix. Just take a mix, a ref.
Mm-hmm.
I did the ref mix so I can listen to and see, because remember I was telling you in this song, I was thinking about Sexual Healing by Marvin Gaye.
Mm-hmm.
If you listen to the song, it doesn't have a snare drum. The first time I heard a song with just a clap. And I'm like, that's interesting.
Kick, clap.
I said, I'm going to do the same thing, but I want to be the one. So when we programmed it, I didn't put a snare in. Actually, the remix I did when we finally released it.
Mm-hmm.
But that ref that I did that night became the single. Once I turned that in, the record company I took a DAT copy.
Mm-hmm.
I think at that time, either a DAT copy or one of the copies I took with me. Okay. So whatever that ref is, it became the single, didn't have the snare, and it became a hit record.
Bam. Just like
Somebody has to know when to stop with all this production tools.
Yeah, I mean, you were talking about that on a Slice's show about having too many sounds and not simplifying it so it could go ahead and just be just ordinary. Because ordinary is
people
good.
Don't have discipline.
Yeah.
You have to have production discipline to say, if you listen to what Jay Allums did with the Jenny Renee production.
Very simple.
It's simple, and that's what it made it attractive to me.
Mm-hmm.
Let's pull it back a little bit. Let the word game, the vocals, and the simple funk kind of take you.
Just ride you.
Then we can add back on later. If you can do a remix, you can do some of that traditional stuff y'all like with all the strings and stuff.
Yeah.
But on this particular one, what excited me was it's a part of that style I say we need to be.
Exactly.
It can be a lot of things. But we already know what it could be from the last 30 years. Everybody been showing that. Thump, 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 sounding like this one, sounding like that one.
Right.
We already know you can do that. We know that in the simplest form. There's only a three chord structure there. Everybody uses that same one. Okay, enough already. Now, if you want to do that, but it's at your own peril, you're only going to get 50 people. But if you want to do something a little bit different, you have to go into the ingredients and start expanding that. So
exactly.
And this is what, as a part of my talk, everybody has to watch me when I change hats.
Mm-hmm.
And as the artist, that's to the side. But as the producer, these are little nuggets. Hopefully, the producers are thinking about out there. You guys have to be brave, but sometimes it's not brave to how much you add. Sometimes it's how much you pull off.
back. Yeah, exactly. Switching gears back to the video again, because everyone in the studio here, we were just tuned in because there's so many cameos that were in the video. Let's talk about those cameos of superstars.
Everybody was talking about Glenn Gutierrez,
the
producer of Jocelyn Enriquez. Glenn produced tons of records with me in my camp. Dajo Adebayo, who was my keyboard player and co-writer on many, many songs for two of my albums. And you saw Jaya.
At her simplest form.
And her simplest form, when she looked like a little butch. You see, so she just had on the little glasses and the little bob hair.
Yeah.
So, look, that's her early beginnings with me. Mm-hmm. You see, but we saw the vision in her. We saw
the potential,
just like we see the potential in Jenny Renee.
Yeah,
and I think that she has a unique voice.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I tell you, she has this like a Adele thing happening there.
Oh, it's phenomenal.
But how do you make it happen in dance music?
Yeah.
we showed you, and it's all right.
Yeah.
That's how you show off that type of vocal with our brand. And that fits within our brand. It might not sound like what 1989 sounded like, but I think for a dish on the new menu,
It's well served.
I don't know what they're crying about, trying to do records at 126. Some of y'all so damn old, you can't even dance no more. So the hell you doing dance? Look, you're trying to go dance. Some of y'all got fucking arthritis in the left leg. And
they have to stick to the safe dance where it's just like safe. Hashtag safe
you
dance.
better slow it down. I don't know why y'all need stuff at 126 anyway. You can't even dance at 126 for more than 5 seconds, some of y'all.
Stevie B speaking the truth, ladies and gentlemen.
You want them to slow, bring it down a little bit, and then have a variety. How about a ballad?
Bingo.
You want to sit down with your girl, and you're ready to
do some things.
Ready to tighten up a little something. You're going to put on something 128 beats a minute. Look, I don't know what y'all's been smoking, but if y'all need to have 128 beats a minute to do your thing, no, that's when you get all I need is you. Got a body like whoa.
Smooth.
When you put on the show, grown and sexy.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get into that.
Okay, I'm
a
not
little
gonna
later.
I'm sorry.
Oh no. That was a.
I'm sorry, Sam.
No, that's the vibe that this album, Best of Life, has put together. It's a collection of genres across the board, and the production is phenomenal. Everyone that you have on your team has successfully put together a great album. Go pick that up now. You could download the entire album, and it's just phenomenal.
And share it with your friends. Say, this is how this works. This is why everything works for us.
I want you to take over on that one.
Yeah, the whole thing, how the success works online is from shares. If you got 10 million people, and 10 million people share your thing, and each one of them got 5,000 each, all of a sudden now you just went to 75 million, 100 million without advertising because the people became your advertisement. Listen, you have to be the advertisement for the album, for all of us. Don't you want all of your friends to have this? You should want them to have. That used to be the most exciting thing. You mean, I got to go tell my friend. I got to tell my this. I got to share this with my mom, my dad. You know, share this with everybody. That's how it is going to make a success. That's how Stevie B is going to survive. This will pique my interest to say, you know what? Not only am I going to do more from me, you can rest assured, but I am going to go and I'm going to pay forward. I pay forward by allowing features. GC is on this album. Now that we found love again, what we gonna do with it? Word game is just ridiculous.
Look at that. No auto-tune, all real shit here.
It's real. Everybody's talking about the auto-tune. Let me tell you something. If I use auto-tune, I just want to have fun. If I use auto-tune, and I love it. It's great. I have fun with it. We'll talk about that.
Yeah.
But what we're talking about now is the production.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, this is what was missing. It's not missing no more. You guys want to go study? All you producers, get the album and get your paper and pencil out and take notes. That's what I want you to do. This album, you need to study the production, study the song choice, study everything about it. Somebody hit me the other day. Was KDM. He says, was that delay you used on your voice intentional? I'm like, a stupid kind of question, because it's on there. It must have been intentional. But I know what he's asking. Yes. And he wanted to know why I wanted that delay hitting in rhythm. Sometimes you use a delay not to just hear yourself bounce back. That delay and that voice becomes part of the rhythm track, especially if it's in time. It becomes like a percussion.
Yeah.
You know,
it becomes an instrument.
It becomes an instrument, like I do Best of Life. You give me the best of life. You see, that's a delay work in there too, to keep that in rhythm. That became a part of an instrument.
Exactly.
So a lot of people don't know. So KDM, your question is, yes, it's intentional, and sometimes we use those delays to create rhythm into the song because it makes the song flow. You see, a lot of people don't know. A song can be dry without any reverbs.
Right.
You want to wet it up a little bit. And sometimes when you add a delay, like the bass line, it can be dun 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 dun. You make it bounce.
Correct.
But you put that delay on there, it creates a whole different kind of swing. And like I say,
again, it goes down to your style music, how you want to present it. And, I mean, we're getting a little bit too technical, ladies and gentlemen. But,
But some people love this.
Yeah, they do. They do.
We do. Believe me, we have some technical people out there, but we can get back just to the basic
Elements.
Elements, song choice.
Exactly. And what we're going to do for the remainder of the program, we're going to go ahead and break down some of the last few songs. Let's go like 3 of the last songs that you want to go ahead and close out the program with. The one that I have queued up is the one with the Cybertron sample.
Oh, clear.
Yeah. Which is When Your Heart Is Calling. And that track, my boy here, Slam Squad, Mikey Mike in the house, he loves it.
So that's the one. See, he got it.
Yeah, he got it.
So he is in that when I first dropped Spring Love.
Yeah.
And nobody was paying it attention.
Yeah.
But there were certain ones that was like, I don't care what you say.
That's
the one that's, well, no, but such and such and such and such. They're like, no, and they were right.
Yeah, exactly.
They were right. So I'm not bucking it. This thing is taking on. See, what happens is that
So is this
it's
kinda
taking
like-
on a life of its own.
So is this going to be music video worthy?
Yes.
All right. There you go. There you
Yes.
go.
No doubt about it.
All right.
So it's actually a sleeper on here because it was my freestyle offering. You see, it was the closest I wanted to get.
Yeah.
With the freestyle, Adriano DJ TG from San Luis did the production with Mapstyle. This was done. This particular production was done 6 years ago.
Yeah.
Kenny Freestyle had a track with "Only Get Kenny a Little Juice."
Oh, yeah. Shouts out, Kenny.
He had a track with it, but I own the track. I bought the track
Yeah,
from
yeah.
him. And then Marcio, who did the other side of the track, works for me.
There you go.
So I have all the master. I own. For anybody that's had any, I own the song. And I really do own the song. But
You paid for it.
But our choices. This is what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Why we choose a certain thing. But this groove was so hot. I said, you know what? I'm gonna put another top on it.
There you go.
And everybody losing their mind.
When you put on that clear sample.
Ooh.
Let's get into that, ladies.
Guarantee that I'll never too far away.
Woo!
To get the message, baby, when your heart is calling. Oh, I'll be right there to give you loving. Oh, day and night is never a problem. Anytime, baby, I hear it. When your heart is calling now.
Yeah! Stevie B live here in Slammin Studios, the Slam Mix Show. I'm your host, Slammin Sam. That's a brand new track off the Best of Life album that you could pick up right now on all digital platforms, iTunes, Spotify, you name it, it's on there.
It's on there.
And you get the entire album.
Yes, yes, you do.
So, man, that track, the clear sample, it just took it off to a whole new level. Who came up with that idea?
That was Adriano and Mapstyle.
Okay.
Adriano and Mapstyle.
So
idea.
was there a version where it didn't have that and it was like,
No,
okay, it had it the whole time?
But it didn't have the top.
Okay.
You
Gotcha.
can have the groove. If you ain't got the top, you still don't have a song.
Right,
You just
right.
got a good groove.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, that groove has been lying around in the vaults for a hot minute.
What's so cool is that, okay, you have clear and it's already in its own note, its own key. So you had to go ahead and surround that perfectly, or else it's just going to sound like a freaking mashup.
I could repitch it.
Yeah.
If I wanted to.
Correct.
You see?
Yeah.
So, you know, the pitch worked for me. That happened to that particular key was working.
Right, right.
You know, so it's
It-
easy to write to in that groove.
Oh, yeah, and it worked out.
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
worked
it's
out.
beautiful. It's,
Yes.
it's really smooth, and the way it broke down, it comes back up to a certain part of clear.
That's one of those sleepers on that. Matter of fact, it ain't even sleeping. It's
No,
wide
no,
awake.
no, this is a
Mike is
bona
it's
fide
wide
hit.
awake. It's not even a sleeper.
Yeah.
It's wide awake. And that's the one that's really people are going crazy. The DJs, you know.
Yeah,
they-
of course.
They need this. You
Yeah,
guys breathe this stuff.
Yeah, yeah, because it just has that whole identity where you could play it in the clubs, play it on the mix shows, and it's just going to flow with everything else that we're going to mix into. So, with that said, thumbs up. Is there a particular track you want to go into next that you want to go ahead and...
So what we got? All I Need Is You left
Oh, we
over.
got
Now
that.
I Found Love, and we didn't do a, Yeah, yeah.
All I Need Is You. So,
So which version? I can play this second one. I actually like both, actually. But
this is the reggaeton one,
no,
and, well, Best of Life is that one, but here's the J final one.
yes,
so-
that's a good one.
That one. Okay, so talk about that briefly before we get into it.
So, a part of my rant was the deficiency
Yeah.
of a variety that was coming from what I felt the genre was suffering. And it's sometimes with those people who are, like I say, stuck in that spell. But I've always done ballads. But in this particular ballad, at some point we might not felt that we were grown and sexy.
Gotcha.
We was just sexy.
Because growing is still, it kind of labels you, puts you in that like block. We're always going to be sexy.
So, and then you're not all that open a lot of times to share your fantasies or talk about what you really feel in the bedroom.
Right.
And normally the R&B people did that a lot. Soul music did
exactly.
that a lot.
Genuine Pony and all that stuff.
So freestyle people, we didn't come off like that. Some people think we're kind of weird when we get a little X-rated sometimes.
Yeah.
And I don't know where they got that from. We got this like a Barry Manilow kind of, Frank Sinatra kind of posture.
Yeah.
That we can't get dirty and nasty and we can't get funky.
Yeah.
And I'm like, who y'all talking about? That wasn't me, But to try to show off, because this is what we're trying to do as artists. We're trying to show off our instrument.
Right.
So I'm trying to say that, I'm listening to what was in the marketplace a year ago, what had been coming through the marketplace. What's the competition out there? What does it look like? Does this one have a record? That one have a record? What is the hottest thing going?
Right.
I'm going to go after that, but at the same time, I got to say I'm going up and I'm going out.
And you're going to be you.
It's got to be me.
Yeah.
So long story a little bit longer, try to come up with a phrasing of something sexy.
Yeah.
What you're going to say. Am I going to go in heavy?
Yeah.
Yes. I said I'm going to go in heavy, and I'm going to lean towards the people. A lot of our audience love old school. We love old school. We say we love old school. This has that old school feeling, and hopefully, my word game is, on point. And, everything about the record can attract any good music lover.
Yeah.
And if you into this, if you into, Pendergrass and everybody else is back in there, Freddie Jackson and
Marvin Gaye.
Even the Marvin Gayes, but listen to Bobby Brown and people that were crooners in the 80s,
Boys to Men.
Boys to Men, all this thing. So if you can hear something in there, somebody was saying, oh, you sound too much like Chris Brown. I'm like, okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. But they were actually trying to be negative, but really they actually gave me a compliment that my voice, even after all these years, can still sound like that.
Exactly.
It's hard enough to even do that. So this is All I Need Is You on the Best of Life album. Stevie B, get it now, all platforms.
Let's rock it. Check this out, guys. Put your comments in the chat. Let's see what you think. This is Stevie B at his finest.
Let's do it.
Oh, man, a 2-condom one.
Yeah, for real.
The 2-condom.
This right here is a problem. This ballad is a problem. It's a problem. No.
All I Need Is You. Brand new Stevie B track. I'm hearing a whole bunch of throwbacks, homages. Rock with you. Bobby Brown, some Keith Sweat feel.
Yes.
But it's still you.
Yes.
And it's identified, and you have the auto-tune there, but it's done right.
Yes, because you have to. Auto-tune today is more of an instrument that is tasteful amongst our audience and the youngsters. I mean, if you don't have it, you're really not in the clique with them right now. So it's like, listen to Kodak Black and every one of these artists that's put out there. If they don't have that on their voice, these kids won't even listen to it. So as a modern producer, I have to think in those terms. You think Earth, Wind, and Fire liked when they had to be low can boogie down? They had to use vocoder, right?
Man, you do that pretty well.
Yeah, well, this is what I do.
Yeah.
But the point is, they had to move into the technology. They use the vocoder on his voice. Yeah. Let's groove tonight. So no, ain't nobody was mad at Maurice White when he put that on the voice. So you shouldn't be mad at me if I use auto-tune.
Amen.
With flavor.
Yeah.
With flavor. There's nothing wrong with it if you use it with flavor. I don't know one artist, maybe a few, that don't have some type of auto-tune on their voice today. It is just a style. It's just a thing. And the cleanness of the auto-tune, it doesn't have to sound auto-tuney, but a lot of the artists you don't think sounding auto-tune-ish, They got auto-tune on their voice.
Right, right.
It's just not apparent to you.
Yeah.
You see, you can put some on there, you can color it a lot, or you can have it just subtle in there to make your pitch
Exactly.
perfect. I don't like it on everything because I'm off pitch on certain things, but Stevie B's voice kind of works in between the tone structure of certain things. And sometimes I'm just off key.
But see, all artists, all singers, they're not always perfect.
That's
So
right.
and that's great for Stevie to admit that right here live on the Slam Mix Show, because it's showing that you're very transparent about your abilities.
I'm
You're
pitchy as
yeah,
hell.
and that's
I'm
just
very pitchy.
and that's
Always
you being
been.
you. Yeah, you're not gonna say, well, I'm just like incredible perfectionist of a vocal. There isn't anyone that's perfect.
No way.
Yeah, so
I've
thank
seen
you
some
for
of the
pointing that
biggest
out.
artists in the world, and then you don't know their circumstances. You don't know what the monitor situations is like on stage or
Yeah,
whatever it is.
you don't know if they're
Playback.
sick or something.
Yeah, or sick or just struggling.
Yeah.
Doing this night after night, day after day, day after day, it's just really, you don't know what the circumstances
Exactly.
are.
So
It's tough sometimes.
Yeah.
But tonight, I was smoking a little bit, but I still got my,
Oh yeah, you're on
Nobody
point.
else
You're on
comes close, all I know. So I ain't been smoking that much. But it does affect me. I know that I can't smoke and stuff like that days before
right.
because it just creates too much mucus in me. But
Yeah.
but
Well,
I'm
see-
saying that just from experience. But everybody doesn't need it. But if you're a modern producer, it's sort of like putting salt in the food.
Correct.
It just gives it a little bit of edge. It gives it a flavor.
Bingo.
It really does.
Yeah, yeah.
And like I say, if anybody is asking not to put it, it could be trouble. It could be trouble.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen.
It just don't work in today's music, and the ear of the public kind of wants some of that to be a little bit perfected. Like I say, I like a little bit of off stuff sometimes.
Right, right. Well, see, that's because you're a mature producer of today's music climate. Because a lot of the old school producers are stuck in their old ways. They have to keep it this
Through the
way.
years.
Yeah.
I got pitchy because I cried doing the song.
It's an emotional song.
There was a part of the song that I actually couldn't even sing at the time. That's how bad it was, heavy it was hitting me. And maybe they can find it. I cleaned it up a little bit, but you can tell if you listen well. And I said, you know what, I'm going to leave it. That it's an emotional song. My job is to draw you in to my voice. My voice has to actually go into your heart. And when I'm singing, it's your heart singing. That's my job.
And feeling it.
That's right. You have to feel exactly what I'm trying to say in that song. And for the mature heart, the mature mind, and mature spirit, they're going to get that.
Bingo. Yeah. And the real music enthusiasts that
That's right.
appreciate real music, that's the best thing. So, Stevie, I wish we could go on, but let's go ahead and close out one more song that we could go ahead and play.
I want to do Through the Years.
Through the Years. Okay, we're going to go to the remake. Talk about how you came with the idea of just saying, I'm going to go ahead and do Kenny Rogers and bring my flavor to it.
I have a tribute album that I'm going to be doing, a remake album that I'm going to be doing.
Okay.
I don't take doing remakes very lightly. I feel if you can't do anything to make the record better, somehow embellish it, bring something new to it, I think you should leave it alone. Now, I'm pretty bold for saying that, and I have to believe that I have something superior to what maybe the next person is going to do. But I think my choice to do it was good, and I think that my performance on it is sufficient. I think I captured what I wanted to say in that record and what it did to me, and how I want a whole generation of people that don't even know who this record is. Some of our generation don't even know.
I do.
I know you do. You're a music enthusiast, but there are going to be some young people. There's going to be some other people who are going to. It's just like some stuff comes out today. My kids was like, "Oh, have you ever heard of Pink Floyd? Or you ever heard of Elton John?" Because they're just discovering.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
think we haven't discovered it.
Yeah.
So there's things on here that I want people to rediscover in this particular track. And then I'm going to be doing a tribute album. I'm doing some Lionel Richie.
Oh, wow.
Those things that work for my voice. Certain artists really work in how they portray their pain. And I've been told on many occasions that, Stevie, you have like a beautiful pain in your voice, in your vibrato.
And someone
things.
said that to you?
Yeah, they've said it all the time. to me.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So, you know how to go in. I know how to make it soft. I know how to come hard.
Mm-hmm.
So in the Through the Years track, I thought the words were always just
Powerful.
so powerful for a couple
Yeah.
or anybody that have gone through things with a mate or a family, even family members or relationships in general. They'll know the pain of losing people, losing friends,
Yeah.
things of that nature, because it can cross over being just a couple song.
Exactly,
It's
exactly.
a family song. It's a lot of things. So this is my take on Through the Years.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into this redo of 30 Years by Kenny Rogers, but it's going to be done by Stevie B, his way, his interpretation. Hope you guys enjoy. Ladies and gentlemen, Stevie B,
Thank you very much.
his rendition of 30 Years, incredible,
Thank you.
emotional. I was like, I mean, that song gets to you. It really does. It's just the way
Well,
it's.
that's why it's one of the choices on the album. I know it's that one pulls the heartstrings.
It really
And
does.
and it goes across boundaries too. This is a universal hit record. This is a universal song.
Yes, it is.
And I'm glad that that hopefully the people might enjoy my rendition of it.
Oh, they are responding with incredible love, and it's so beautiful for you to choose that. So, hey, once again, ladies and gentlemen, pick up that album, Best of Life, on all digital platforms tonight. Tell a friend, because you're going to get all these tracks and more that we played and talked about. This incredible living legend, Stevie B, in the studio. Thank you so much for coming
Thank
in.
you, brother. Appreciate it.
What are the social media handles that everyone could follow you at and know everything about your tour dates, what's coming up? Take it away.
Well, first and foremost, I want everybody to go get the Royalty Radio app. It's in the Google Play and it's on iTunes.
That's right.
I mean in the App Store. And they can get me at StevieBmusic.com. Stevie B exclamation is the Facebook handle everybody can go to.
Got
and
it.
they can go to DJ Slice is online also. So you can go to any of my Facebook pages. You can hit Slice, get our mixes that we have going on almost every day.
Mm-hmm.
But they have to get the Royalty Radio application.
Exactly.
So they won't get shut down like we did.
That's right. And
earlier
you could,
today.
and it's your app.
Isn't that funny? Those are my songs. Look at Facebook. They cut me off from playing. Look, it's me playing the song. It's me. Hello.
You know, I have that same problem too. When I'm
Yeah.
playing my productions,
Yeah.
I'll be like blocked. I'm like, I'm the copyright owner. So
It's
it is
the
what
algorithm. It's the algorithm.
It
does
is, it
Well,
is.
this is the reason why we were pushing to have
An app.
a separate app. You
Yeah.
have to have it today.
Exactly, and
And
it's totally dope. You and Slice put together a great product, so props out to you guys. Everyone, download that app. That's for sure, and it's free. You don't have to pay for anything, so please check that out. And let's do a few shout outs to my insiders, Sandy and Brenda, for always holding it down in the chat. We got Malia in the house. We have Nikki. We have Alex. We have DJ Sean V. There's a lot of people that are just loving what you're doing
Really?
tonight. We got
Thank
D
you.
in the house. Yeah, there you go. He's putting on his glasses, ladies and gentlemen, so he wants to see.
Nice.
So everyone is just loving. Yeah.
Thank you guys. You guys are awesome.
Now show your support by picking up that album.
Yeah. Just don't be on here. Just spend a few dollars with your boy.
Exactly. Exactly.
Look, brother. Look,
Yeah.
brother. up.
Yeah. And we're gonna go ahead and close out the program with a classic because we all
Which
love
class do you want to do?
this one right here. Oh yeah.
No.
You want? Oh, he's gonna. What do you want me to play?
Something off the new album. We already heard "Dreaming of Love," like 475,000,000.
We're gonna hear-
677,277.5.
And we're gonna 0.7 more.
Yeah. Yeah, go with that. It's all right.
We're gonna do it. Oh, we'll bring that back.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Bring
Hey,
Vinny
this
Renee
is your
back.
show, man. I'm just.
We trying to sell the album. With "Dreaming of Love," they already got that on like everywhere. This is the brand new Stevie B, Jenny Renee
There you go.
on the Best of Life.
We're gonna
album.
close
You
it
guys
out.
can get it now.
Love you guys. Take care. We'll see you on the next program. Slammin Sam out. Stevie B, Freestyle King. Let's do it.